What's it been like playing for Coach Hughes this year?
It's been great. I think Dan he's been good for our team. He kind of gives us the basics that we need, and we just able to play from there. He really came in stressing defense, stressing rebounding, and that was an area that, I think if you look back at the last couple of years, it's where we struggled. So our offense was never an issue. We just need to pick up those other areas, and like I said, he put an emphasis on that, and we've been able to pick it up, and I think that's why we're able to win.
Has he been the big difference this year, or what's different about you guys? I mean, you guys are sitting up top.
Yeah, no, I think it's a combination of things. I don't think it's ever one thing with a basketball team. When you look at us, yes, we have a lot of people returning from last year, but we added some major pieces. One being Natasha Howard. In a way, she's probably been the biggest difference of all. But our bench is much better. With Natasha coming in, we moved Crystal Langhorn, who's been a starter in this league since day one, to the bench. So now she's coming off the bench. You've got a point guard in Jordan Canada coming off the bench who gives good minutes. And then, of course, Kalina, Sammy, Courtney Paris is a veteran giving good minutes. So I think our depth has really added to our team a lot. And then, of course, at the end of the day, to me, the biggest reason is Stewie. Stewie's playing MVP caliber basketball, and when you have a player like that, you're going to win more games.
What do you think of the AllStar format this year?
Yeah, I think it's great to change it up. AllStar is something that is a celebration. It's a chance to honor some people, to allow the fans to see the league's best going at it in a fun, competitive game. And I'm all for just having fun with it. My only thing, and I'm totally biased on this, because we had a teammate, Natasha Howard, get left off. I don't think that's accurate. So in some ways, the voting maybe system might be questioned. I think when it used to be the coaches voting for the reserves, yeah, of course, there's always going to be people left off, but there was just less of a chance. I feel like the right people usually got voted in. So that's my only question mark. But it had more fan engagement, so it's the scale kind of evens out at some point. Like I said, I'm just biased because it's my teammate.
Can you talk about the pay inequality between, it's been a big thing on Twitter, but, Diana had her thoughts about it, and
yeah.
I'm sure yours are probably similar to hers.
Yeah, really similar to Dee's. Everything she said I agreed with, and I think, not that I really care about, people on Twitter and what they say, but I think there's this misconception that we're sitting here saying, oh, we should be getting paid the same as the men. That's not what it's about at all. It's not about that at all. It's about having a fair shot at it, in terms of media coverage, in terms of, I don't know, if you go to an NBA Instagram page and they post one picture of a WNBA player, go read the comments. That's the world we live in,
right.
And that's a problem. And I think that's really where some of our feelings come from. And then, of course, there's things within the business that probably need to change in terms of revenue share and things of that nature. But Dee hit it on the head, if we split that revenue a little bit more fairly or evenly, that's not going to help our owners out. And these are people that are really fueling our league and funding it. So somewhere, though, we have to find a way to make it better, make it work. The good news is the product itself has never been better. And when you have a great product, you just got to figure out the business part.
Why do you think the product's better this year? Is it the younger players or just the
survival
game in
of the fittest? Survival of the fittest. 12 teams, 12 roster spots. Do the math on that. And then take into account how many kids are coming out of college every year, and with each draft class, there's going to be talent, and with each class, it gets that much harder to make a roster. Forget being a top player, just to make a roster is very, very difficult, and I think it challenges you. You understand as a player, you need to be on your game, you need to be getting better, you need to be coming into a WNBA training camp ready to go, or else you'll get cut, and with that, you're just going to have the talent just going to get better because you're getting challenged.
One final UConn question. Stewie was the last person to come out and say she was going to win 4 national championships. This year at Gino's golf tournament, Kristen Williams came out and said basically guaranteed the championship.
Guaranteed, huh?
What do you think of that?
I think it's well, I don't know what the right word is, but in some ways it's great. I think it's a product of what UConn has built. What Coach Ariema, Chris Daly, and everybody on staff throughout the years has built. The expectation is to win. They've made it look easy. Stewie and her classmates, Morgan, Mariah, they made it look easy. It's not that easy. That's the only thing I'll say. So I think it's great that those kids have those expectations, and I'm sure they'll find out within the first couple of weeks of preseason that it's not going to be easy. But I definitely want to see them do it. So hopefully they, good luck to them.